Welcome to my channel, Hello John. I'm your host John. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the changes I've made to the Play Toys motorball costume. I've done quite a few changes to it. I tried to make it look a little more movie accurate. I fit it entirely to the Hot Toys body. It's because I was watching Todd's Collectibles, and he was saying he was going to fit it on the Hot Toys body. Didn't actually see anything back. I hope he did that, Todd. But it does fit. It's maybe a little loose in places, but it does fit. It looks quite good, and that is the only reason I've stuck it on the Hot Toys body. Not because I broke the Play Toys body. Oops. It's not as durable as the Hot Toys one. That is repairable. I can repair that. But I think it looks better on the Hot Toys body, to be fair. I think it really does look good. So what have I done to it? I have start with the head and work the way down. So I've with the helmet, so obviously it's had a repaint, but I've put hair all the way around it. Let's turn her around. So I've stuck a layer of 3 layers of hair all the way round inside the helmet to give it that proper real hair look, which I think looks great. I've also glued the head sculpt, the Hot Toys head sculpt, inside of the helmet, so it fits absolutely perfectly. It's not picking up there. That's it. There we go. So it looks so much better. And because there's the Purr's eyes on this, excuse me, I wanted to be able to use those. So I can get it to stand up. I've cut a little section in the back there, so you can pop that off. It's only on magnets. So that comes away, and you can actually pose the eyes around still just with a piece of a coat hanger or such and such. There we go, and that clips back in there nicely. I think if Hot Toys ever do produce this particular costume, that's what they'll do. Half the helmet will remove, so the head sculpt will definitely be stuck inside of there. What else have I done to it? Moving down to the shoulder armour, I have separated all of the shoulder armour. Obviously repainted it. I gave it a sort of more metallic purple look, more like the movie. I've separated the armour itself, so I've cut it with a Stanley knife, heated it up, cut it with a Stanley knife. So you have, instead of the one piece, you've got 3. I didn't separate the bottom part here because there's just no meat on that. So when you move it, I'm holding my camera, so it's a little difficult. But when you move it all up, the armour actually poses with the arm itself, because there's a piece of elastic underneath of that holds it to the arm. And you can get some really decent poses out of that when you move the whole thing forward, which is really difficult to do when I'm holding the camera. I practiced all of this without a camera, and it's slick as snot. But now I've only got the one hand. It is so difficult. I should have put it on the tripod. Idiot. But it moves now with all of it. And the way I managed to do that is to cut them. And where I've cut them, I've stuck material to it. And if you look at the film, there is actually material in between her armour. So it's glued all the way across where I've cut on the bottom section, and then just side to side on the top. So it gives it full movement, which means you can get some wicked poses out of this, which is holding the motor ball itself going backwards, which is why I've done the base. It's just a quick base, but I've done it with the arrows going the wrong appears to be going backwards, about to throw the ball. Okay, and other changes I've made to it. I got rid of that white stripe that was on there. Didn't like that at all. That wasn't movie accurate. I think I got that from 16 Cave. Showed us that wasn't supposed to be there, because I would not have noticed otherwise. What else have I done? I changed the knee pads. I took them off, took the glue out, put elastic on them so they fit on these legs, and gave them a repaint so they look more movie accurate. But the most work I did, I think, was the blades. So what I've done with the blades is I filled the front wheel, put a small tiny magnet into the front wheel to fill the hole, because there wasn't a hole in the front of the wheel. I've put a rivet on that. Let's see if I can get that to pick up on that. Yeah, put a rivet in the middle, and I put a piece of metal across the top all the way around. So it comes back to the other side there. I can get that to focus. There we go. Added an extra piece of plastic, so it looks like it actually goes all the way through and connects the front wheel. I also added real springs instead of the molded springs, which did look okay. I added real compression springs to it because I just think it makes it pop. It just looks so much more like a high-end figure than before. And that's just, you know, the click pens, cheap pens. You just get 2 of those because one pen does one side of the one wheel, and the little plastic parts on these, do that wheel there. The little plastic parts just pull off. They're just glued in there, so you can pull that off, repaint it, cut a spring in half, put the spring on, bung it in there, and it just looks really, really good. I think it makes it pop. But that's pretty much the changes I've made to the. It's now a Hot Toys figure, obviously, because it's the Hot Toys body. But that's the changes I made to the costume itself, and it does. I think it looks really, really good. And the poses you can get, if you look at the click bait picture that I've put up there, what do they call it? The thumbnail. Ta-da! That's the one. That's she's standing on just 3 wheels in a very dynamic pose, and she will stand like that. I recommend you have some sort of crutch grabber or something. I may put in the back here a little hole, and then put a small dynamic stand in, so I can get some really dynamic poses out of her. But yeah, I recommend it because of the weight of the ball. This thing it's quite heavy, so she does tend to fall. But yeah, she looks really, really good. Another thing I might do, I might glue the hand to this because it keeps popping off. And that's the only reason that hand is ever going to be used, is to hold this ball. So I might just glue it to it, because the only time you ever see her is when she's holding the ball or not. So the ball is only ever in her hand. So I might just glue it to it so it doesn't keep falling off. But apart from that, that is that done. Oh yeah, another thing. With the hair on this one, I had to buy a cheap head sculpt with lots and lots of hair, so I could use, because I was going to use the hair from the original Play Toys head sculpt, but I tried to warm it up so I could cut the plastic, but that's what happened to it. It melted completely with the hairdryer. So do not put a hairdryer on the hair of this one. Look at that. That's nuts. But I was so concentrated on getting a cut. As soon as I went to cut, I went, hey, what's going on? That looks ridiculous. So I had to buy more. But I'm glad I did, because the other one had a much better quality hair. And it does. I think the hair looks really, really good on this. And there's 3 separate layers glued in there. So one layer glued in, then I glued another layer in on top of that on double-sided sticky tape with glue, obviously, because else it'll just come out. And then a third one. And I did it below where you can see the cut I've made to get in there to purse the eyes, to move the eyes about. So it comes up below that. And it's still full movement on the head, because there's no plastic to get in the way. I think she looks awesome. She does look really, really good. Okay, that about wraps that one up. I think I'm getting the Premier Toys Deluxe Terminator figure, Battle Damage Terminator figure. So I'm going to be taking a look at that probably in my next video. Okay, you guys have fun, stay safe. Like, comment and subscribe if you wish. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.